So in terms of the question of what to do to try and make the world a better place, a safer place for women, I think it begins with initiatives like the initiative of the Millennials Project, like the initiative that I'm running, which is the Universal Brotherhood. We have to build consciousness in men about the fact that throughout history and still up to this time, unfortunately our gender has been responsible for a tremendous amount of violence and oppression towards women. And that has to change. It's simply a matter of changing the consciousness and making sure that men step up and lean in to make sure that they are protectors and champions for women and champions for girls in preventing violence against them, preventing any sort of oppressive activity against women, and really showing themselves to be the best of what masculine can be, because that, I think, has been something that's lost over the years. The sense of masculinity as being something that is positive and not misogynistic in any way, shape, or form, and that's what the Universal Brotherhood stands for. And the Millennials Project is a project that we completely support insofar as it does speak a strong message to men to step up, stand up, and make sure that they're the ones who are preventing further abuses from being perpetrated against our beautiful sister. My message is quite simple to the women of the world, and that is, please do not give up on us. By us, I mean my gender, I mean the gender of men. Please do not give up on us. We are challenged by our own socialization processes as men. We are challenged and compromised by the way that we have been raised and the things that we have come to believe are right, natural, or otherwise consistent with our role as men. But there is a shift taking place. There is an evolution of consciousness taking place. There is a new man evolving and coming out of the old men of yesteryear, who is far more conscious and understands the importance of balancing both strength on one side and compassion on the other. And I think that the most important thing for women to appreciate is that all men are not the same by any means. Do not throw out the baby with the bathwater. Please have faith that there are men who are on the rise right now, who are committed to being exceptional stands for the masculine gender and exceptional stands for humanity in general. And that if you support us and stand by us, those of us who are in that particular leading and that particular direction, we will definitely be stepping up more and more in the years to come to make sure that we right and rectify many of the wrongs that have been perpetrated against women for so long and that are continuing to be perpetrated against women.
We need to stand up together as a unified front against people that dare hurt and abuse the women in our lives, the women that bring us our children, the women that raise our families, and the women that are so strong, intelligent, beautiful, and powerful, that give us everything we need to be men.
And any words of, since it's Women's History Month in March, what do you want to say to women who feel depressed, lose hope, and women who want to hear that not all men are basically the abusive, and what do you want to say to them, to those women?
The right guy is out there, but whether you meet him or whether you don't, it's not about the right guy. It's about you. It's about empowering yourself, surrounding yourself with the people that you know you can trust, making good decisions, and making sure that you have a support system around you that's going to make sure you succeed.
So what I believe we need to do to make the world safer and better for women is lead by example as men. I see in so many times how, we have all these good ideas, right? But our actions don't necessarily follow those ideas. So what I would like to see and what I would encourage, my best friend to be able to do is to lead by example in the way that they treat their mother, lead by example in the way they treat their sisters, or, even their spouse, wife, significant other, whoever that may be. And ultimately, by you leading by example, it's something that's going to allow, that example to trickle down into future generations.
Any message for women in honor of Women's History Month? Do you think you want to say to them as far as appreciation, grateful women in their life will make your life?
Oh, absolutely. I would say, as far as all the mothers out there, never look down upon the responsibility that you hold to raise and ultimately create something beautiful for the world to have. Not necessarily for your own joy, but for everybody else to be able to experience. And so my mom was, didn't necessarily give me all the things in the world financially, but she gave me a lot in terms of the way that she communicated with me and interacted with me. And so the message that I would like to give to you is, honor that side of yourself and honor your ability to, communicate and, give your kids the voice to be able to, speak their own and ultimately interact with other people. Yeah, man.
We as men in our community, in order to make it better and safer for women as we're interacting, is we need to understand our strength and our power as men and role models to just enhance and be an example for young boys and young ladies on how to treat each other. I mean, young boys look at us, how we treat women, and that's how they develop their sense of how they interact with women. When young boys are looking at us as men, young girls look at us and how we interact with women and see, is that the way a woman is to be treated? So in a fascinating world that we're living in that's very complex, we as men need to take that leadership role and understand our interaction with women is a model for young boys and young girls to perpetuate how to treat women. And what we need to do is to understand that we have the power to react. We have total control on how we react to how our female counterparts treat us, and it only takes one person to change a relationship. So if we're not happy with the way we're being treated, then it's up to us to change that relationship in order to model for others to follow. In honor of women around the world, I would say to you, women, know your power too. A lot of us men take our cues from you, because you are the backbone of the family. You're the backbone of the culture when you think about it. Throughout history, we've always looked at women to hold down the society while the men went out and hunt and gather and bring back the food and what's needed for our society. And the women kind of, hold down the society, the community. And that's a historical perspective. Obviously today, it's quite different from that. But I still say a lot of men take their cues from you.
In order to make the world safer for women, I think men need to be more vocal and open and realize the fact that women brought them into this world, and they're there to keep them and not to. They need to be appreciated, not abused, not neglected. They need to be communicated with, and that's about it.
What do you want to say to women in your surrounding? In honor of Women History Month, what do you want to say to them? Women in your surrounding, also women around the world. Any good message you want to say?
Yeah, in general, just I would like to send out the message to women to just respect yourself and not rely on anyone else for your happiness. And just know at the end of the day, you're the only person that can make yourself happy. Don't rely on anyone else for that.